Morning. It's Tuesday, the 14th of July, and it's raining outside after such a beautiful day yesterday. My name is Peter, and I'm the pastor of Ashford Community Church, and I want to welcome you all to this week's video diary. Let's start off by looking at the week that's just gone. It's been spiritually an astounding week for which we are incredibly grateful to God for the wonderful things that He has done and allowed this week. It's been a week where all our normal virtual meetings have been taking place. We've had a great Bible study. We've had great house groups. We've had an incredible revival prayer meeting on the Friday just gone, but also, and this is wonderful news. We continue to open the church 3 times a week on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, and on a Saturday for the purpose of individual prayer. And last Wednesday, it was with great joy that we had our first visitor come in from literally off the streets. We don't know who this person was, where they came from, but they came in, they prayed, they spent time reading the Bible verses on the screen. It was just a real joy. But of course, the highlight of this astounding week that's just finished was the opening of the church building for our first Sunday celebration service just 2 days ago. We had over 20 people socially distanced in the church. It was such a real pleasure to be able to hold a service in the church building again, to be physically in the presence of the family of God. But we're incredibly grateful as well for all the people. In fact, it was even more people who continue to watch us on live stream. Well, that's the week that's gone. Now let's have a look at the week that lies ahead. And this is where we get down to the serious bits now. For 115 days, the church was in lockdown. We're now the third day into the church being in open up. And this is incredibly encouraging, and we're looking forward to being able to open up more and more and more so that we can be together. But I have to say that the news this morning on the media is one of alarm bells sounding. Alarm bells in 3 ways. Firstly, we had it informed to us today that from the 24th of July, face masks will have to be worn when we go into shops. We don't yet know the effect that this is going to have on our meeting together in churches, but it's significant. We heard too this morning warning alarm bells where government and scientists are predicting that there will be a second spike of the coronavirus as the winter begins to hit, and they're talking about a peak in January. In fact, they're talking about more loss of life in the second spike than in the one that we're just coming through now. These are alarm bells that are sounding. And the third alarm bell that's been sounding today is that where they are spiking again in countries that have already opened up society, we're seeing that they are locking down again. And we heard today that in California, churches are being closed. Churches that were allowed to be opened are now being closed again. Alarm bells are sounding, but we're not alarmed. God is with us. Our church, whether we meet physically together or whether we meet virtually together, our church is very much alive. And whatever is going to take place, we're only in the third day of open up, whatever takes place, we know that God is with us. We are church. Jesus is our Lord, and our faith remains in Him. Our our enemy is not the coronavirus. Our enemy is the powers and principalities of this dark age. Our enemy is Satan, and we in our magazine today, which I encourage you to read, our focus is that God is with us. we are church, and that we have the battle cry, the battle prayer, and that we have this incredible powerhouse of prayer, so that whatever the alarm bells are sounding in society, we have this incredible privilege of being able to come before God in prayer, and incredible things will be happening. And the magazine is going to be encouraging you to join with us on a Friday for revival prayer. Our magazine is going to be giving you the opportunity, if you feel you have need of prayer, you're not well, or you're worried, you're anxious, or you have any needs at all, to contact our prayer ministry team, who are going to be available at the end of the telephone to talk with you. And thirdly, you're going to see in the encouragement within the ACC Church magazine this week that that to remember that when Peter was in prison and the church was praying earnestly for him, incredible supernatural things happened. And it is to get behind prayer this week that our focus on the week ahead is centered. So we are not alarmed, we are not discouraged. We're looking forward to all the opportunities that this time opens up for us, and we look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. So God bless you all now. Amen.